welcome to the Gallery TV News at noon. I am Onyinye Ede, and here is the news for the day. Corruption Perception Index. Nigeria drops to 149, worst ranking since 2015. Nigeria has recorded its worst rating on Transparency International's Corruption Perception Index since 2015. In the 2020 index released on Thursday, the country scored 25 out of 100 points, dropping to 149 out of 180 countries surveyed, taking the nation 3 steps down from the 146 scored in 2019. According to Transparency International, the nation's dip in ranking stems from an absence of transparency, nepotism, lack of adequate anti-corruption legal frameworks, the prevalence of bribery and extortion in the Nigerian police, corruption in the security sector, amongst others. Host communities exchange blows at reps hearing on IPB. A fight has broken out at the ongoing public hearing organized by the House of Representatives on the Petroleum Industry Bill as members of the host communities engaged in physical combat. The fight broke out when the host communities of Nigeria producing oil and gas was called on to the podium to make a presentation. Some other bodies of host communities, however, stood up, leading to a rowdy session. The situation became worse when members of the opposing sides began to exchange blows, forcing the lawmakers to seek the intervention of security operatives. The leaders of the oil-rich areas under the platform of the host communities of Nigeria producing oil and gas had on Tuesday openly rejected the 2.5% proposed for them in the Petroleum Industry Bill 2020, being considered by the Joint Senate Committee on Petroleum Resources. They insisted that nothing short of the 10% of the operating expenditure they were demanding would be acceptable to them because the proposed 2.5% was grossly inadequate to provide basic social amenities and improve the standard of living of the people. But the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Timpire Silva, faulted the position of host communities who are insisting on collecting 10% of the operating expenditure of the oil firms to set up a trust fund. Buhari meets Sultan and other NSCIA members. The President's Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, is currently meeting with members of the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs. The meeting is holding at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. Members of the NSCIA are led to the meeting by the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Saad Abubakar. We'll bring you the details on that soon. And on the foreign scene, Biden attacks Trump's Middle East legacy. Former US President Donald Trump's mold-breaking approach has reshaped decades of Middle East diplomacy, but his legacy in the troubled region has quickly come under attack from his successor. From unexpected normalization deals with Israel to a maximum pressure campaign on rival Iran, the businessman-turned-president changed the face of the Middle East. His close relations with autocratic heads of states and wealthy Gulf monarchies also personalized Washington's approach towards the strategic region, which hosts thousands of US troops. Joe Biden promised to change all that. In less than 10 days in the White House, the new president has already erased some of his predecessor's signature moves, but analysts say many of the flurry of deals struck in the last weeks of administration won't or shouldn't be easily overturned. And that's it on the Gallery TV News at noon. I am Onyinye Ede. For more information, do join us via our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the Gallery TV. Thanks for joining us. Have a good day.
In life, You can never be too sure who to trust. This is the story of Mrs. Ungozi. Mrs. Ungozi just wants to use the ATM.
Good afternoon, Mama. Let me help you out to your withdrawal. You don't need to stress yourself.
Thank you, but I can handle it myself.
The man is just being kind, right? He just wants to help, right? Wrong. All he needs is a good look at the pin. Will he succeed?
I want my IG fans. I say, sorry.
Do not share your card PIN with anyone. Keep your account information private and ensure no one is watching you while you enter your PIN. UBA, Africa's global bank.